today that humans eat more bananas than monkeys. Well, I don't know about you, but I've never eaten a monkey. Today, many scientists, schools and natural history museums will teach us that we, like primates, so monkeys, gorillas, chimpanzees, are all together descended from the same common ancestor. And a common misconception or misunderstanding by most people is that we are specifically evolved from primates, while sometimes forgetting that we simply share similar characteristics and also physical traits. And whilst we know we are not monkeys, another theory or idea that exists is that through the power of evolution, something that we'll discuss in a moment, is that we're all descended from single-celled organisms which have the knowledge or know-how to grow, adapt, change and reproduce. Single-celled organisms of this nature exist, and as example, this is the reason why antibiotics are no longer as effective, because some viruses mutate into others that antibiotics can no longer fight. But the question is, why must they learn? Why must they grow? What's the cause? Macro and microevolution, what are they? So microevolution means on a small scale within a single population, such as, and this is something we know, such as from something insignificant or as the increase in the frequency of the gene of dark rings in beetles from one generation to the next. Or, and you'll like this, in Darwin's evidence, one type of finch adapting its beak shape to help it suit its environment much better than any other. Whereas macro evolution, which is the large scale, that happens on a scale that transcends the boundaries of a single species or group to something as grand as the evolution and radiation of dinosaurs, for example. Despite their differences, evolution at both these levels relies on the same established mechanisms of evolutionary change. These are migration, and this is where one lives, such as humans. We can live in sub-zero temperatures, but as we know, we're not built for these extremes. Mutation, when something goes wrong, but sometimes it can go right to gain advantage, and even humans experience this sometimes. Natural selection, which as we know is the survival of the fittest, is what was considered by Darwin. And genetic drift is how descendants of an individual in any generation has the luckiness or chance occurrence in their genetics of being passed on. Now, Neo-Darwinian evolution, and that's a big word, takes and revises Darwin's theory and incorporates these established mechanisms, as I just said, of evolutionary change, and that's a good theory. However, the flaw that arises in Neo-Darwinism evolution is the fact that these mechanics of evolutionary change requires random chance or luck and the random increase of genetic information in cells. So the question comes to this: where did the increase or reason to change the genetic code come from? Why did it have to change when there were no external factors that should give it a reason to? In the book of Genesis, which is in the Bible, we know this, that God designed and made us, forming us from the ashes and dust and giving us the breath of life. And for when we die, our bodies eventually return to dust. And that's where we get the phrases, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. We are descended from Adam and Eve through Noah and his family. Genesis 7, 1-3 says this: The Lord then said to Noah, "Go into the ark, you and your whole family, because I have found you righteous in this generation. Take with you 7 pairs of every kind of clean animal, a male and its mate, and 1 pair of every kind of unclean animal, a male and its mate, and also 7 pairs of every kind of bird, male and female to its kind, to keep their various kinds alive throughout the earth." So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this and enjoyed learning with me, and I just want to get you to make your own choice on this matter. So thank you and God bless.